And she told me, referring to Blake Lively, that Blake Lively told her something.
She has a relationship with this writer, Megan Twohey, and the team.
They never revealed anywhere that they actually based part of that article on interviews that they did with Blake Lively.
Imagine building an entire career on sweetness, sisterhood, and squeaky clean charm, then detonating it all in one courtroom admission. That's exactly what just happened to Blake Lively.
She has a relationship with this writer, Megan Twohey, and the team.
And the shockwaves are tearing through movie sets, boardrooms, and even Ryan Reynolds' carefully insulated brand. Keep watching, because in the next minutes we'll trace every fuse, every hidden email, and every PR boomerang that turned Hollywood's golden girl into the industry's hottest cautionary tale. Back in December 2024, the New York Times published a glossy feature that painted Blake as the plucky victim of an on-set nightmare during the making of It Ends With Us.
And she told me, referring to Blake Lively, that Blake Lively told her something, which is pretty new information here.
The piece read like a prestige miniseries synopsis: whispered misconduct, ruthless smear jobs, and a brave starlet weathering it all with grace.
They never revealed anywhere that they actually based part of that article on interviews that they did with Blake Lively.
Social media exploded in sympathy. Justin Baldoni, co-star, director, and alleged villain, watched years of goodwill evaporate overnight. But eagle-eyed readers noticed something odd. The story leaned on hyper-specific details, contract clauses, private call sheets, yet never stated who supplied them. Blake publicly insisted the journalists uncovered everything themselves. For months, that denial worked like carbon fiber around her image, deflecting every inquiry. Little did anyone know, the anonymous insider was none other than Blake herself. If she gave the interview, why pretend she didn't? Because that article wasn't meant to protect her. It was designed to knock Baldoni's career to its knees while keeping her fingerprints off the weapon.
Remember the journalist who wrote, "We can bury anyone inside a Hollywood smear machine," about the alleged smear campaign against Blake Lively and how traumatized she was for all the SH that was going on.
Fast forward 6 months. Behind closed doors, attorney Brian Freedman, known for bulldozing through Hollywood stone walls, prepares an amended complaint for Baldoni. His discovery haul is brutal. Email threads, Discord logs, and PR timelines that point straight back to Blake's team. Release day for the new filing is set, Monday, the 23rd of June 2020. Industry gossip catches fire. Publicists whisper that Freedman's document connects Blake, her publicist Leslie Sloan, and even Ryan Reynolds' marketing firm Maximum Effort to a months-long media blitz against Baldoni. Brands start hedging their bets. You can almost hear the champagne on ice at rival agencies waiting to poach disgruntled sponsors. Blake can feel the trap closing. One working day before the filing drops, she steps into a Los Angeles courtroom for a procedural hearing routine. Until it isn't pressed under oath, she concedes, yes, she was the Times' confidential source. The room freezes. Decades of America's sweetheart messaging dissolve like a Snapchat filter in sunlight.
And so, to watch what happened next and to experience what she now is alleging was the complete campaign of retaliation, felt in many ways much more sinister than the underlying misconduct.
That single sentence doesn't just dent her credibility, it corners her in a PR nightmare with no exit door. On Monday morning, Freedman's amended complaint hits the clerk's desk and the internet within minutes. Page after page spells out a pattern. Negative articles targeting Baldoni started on the 25th of August, 2024, 9 days before he even hired crisis PR help. Story angles, down to specific phrases, match language found in Blake's internal memos. Ryan Reynolds' media company appears in coordination charts, suggesting he greenlit placement strategies while prepping Deadpool and Wolverine promos. Freedman's conclusion: the victim narrative was never reactive. It was a staged, managed offense meant to box Baldoni out of his own movie and inflate Blake's leverage in future negotiations. Hollywood journalists devour the document like popcorn. Overnight, headlines flip, Baldoni repositions as wronged creator. Blake morphs from survivor to schemer. The internet loves a good twist, and this one has receipts. Within hours, the It Ends With Us subreddit turns into a digital war zone. Users posting timelines that contradict Blake's story find their threads vanished. Screenshots of deleted comments flood X, fueling trending hashtags about Hollywood censorship. Book Talk, once aflutter with pastel edits of Lily and Ryle, pivots to videos dissecting Blake's cocktail-themed premiere party. Yes, the one where drinks were named after an abusive character. Influencer analysts start calculating sentiment drift. In 48 hours, Blake's positive to negative comment ratio flips from 3-to-1 in her favor to 5-to-2 against. Every attempt to hide criticism only amplifies it. The Streisand effect is real, and it's savage. Meanwhile, Baldoni's team releases behind-the-scenes footage of him consoling production staff during reshoots torn apart by negative press. TikTok stitches explode with side-by-side comparisons, crowning him the real victim. Public opinion ricochets so fast, it's dizzying. Data analysts crunch pre-sale trends for It Ends With Us. Since the confession, advanced ticket purchases freefall by 40%. Box office models revise opening weekend forecasts from a respectable $35 million to a break-even $18 million. Talent agencies flag Blake's profile with high-risk tags, meaning smaller endorsement fees or none at all. Industry insiders can almost see the zeros dropping off future contracts. Hollywood forgives honest mistakes, but deception, especially deception wrapped in faux feminist packaging, is kryptonite. Ryan's public persona relies on authenticity and self-aware humor. Suddenly, he's named in legal filings, suggesting active involvement in Blake's media blitz. Sources close to the couple claim household tension has simmered for months, separate travel itineraries, minimal red carpet interaction, and weekend dad duty outings conspicuously free of Blake and paparazzi. Brand strategists worry. Reynolds' upcoming superhero sequel hinges on an everyman charm untouched by scandal. If he appears complicit or even just naively supportive, sponsors could balk. Showbiz history is littered with stars dragged down by a partner's bad press. One studio executive sums it up privately. Ryan's brand is a mansion built on likability. Blake's scandal is a sinkhole opening under the front porch. If Ryan cuts ties, does that mark Blake's final fall, or would it unleash another tidal wave of headlines? Commentators on both sides of the political aisle seize the story. Right-leaning pundits paint Blake as proof that toxic celebrity feminism can be weaponized to destroy innocent men. Progressive voices counter that her actions undermine genuine survivors by muddying public trust. Podcasts, morning shows, and late-night monologues churn the narrative into ideological fodder. The real-world impact. Producers scouting for heartfelt dramas suddenly shy away from casting Blake. Viewers burnt by her alleged manipulation say they'll wait for streaming if they watch at all. A decade-long brand of relatable elegance now sits on the bargain shelf next to overhyped reboots and ill-fated crypto ads. Freedman's discovery phase is just beginning. Subpoenas for phone records and Slack archives could surface more players, studio execs, PR freelancers, maybe even bigger-name actors looped into the strategy. Blake's own legal team must decide, settle quietly or fight on and risk further leaks. Meanwhile, Ryan faces a fork in the road: stand by his spouse and gamble his bulletproof likability, or distance himself and invite tabloid fury. Either path is perilous. As for It Ends With Us, insiders whisper about reshoot requests and marketing overhauls. Some investors argue it's cheaper to swallow a loss than bankroll a rescue campaign attached to a suddenly radioactive lead. Hollywood loves redemption, but redemption begins with accountability. And right now, Blake's account is painfully overdrawn. So, is this the moment Blake Lively reinvents, or the point where her name joins the long list of stars who burned too bright, too fast, and utterly on their own terms? Drop your take in the comments, hit subscribe for every twist of this unfolding legal saga, and share the video with that friend who still believes spin can outrun receipts. Stay skeptical, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.